Hello. This is not a normal game. It will not be one of those games where I or someone I feature do a massive amount of damage or carries a game or does anything else really spectacular. Instead, what we're gonna do is have a look at someone who really exemplifies the current state of the game, or perhaps more accurately the current state of its player base. Because this guy and players like him are completely ruining the game, to be honest. He's an Akagero. He looks as he's going to the center cap, but he stops in the middle instead, launches his torps, and then what he does is he goes behind the island to sit there and wait for his torps to reload. He is at tier 8, and the best he can do is sit and stare at an island for the majority of the game, waiting for his torps to reload. I'm just gonna let that sink in. He's not spotting. His torps are completely random, and he will not hit a single torp in this entire game. Both myself and Studio are trying to get him to do something, but all he ever does is reverse out to launch his torps into randomness and then go back to hide behind the island. Now this guy, in particular, he has over 3,000 games. It's not a huge amount, but at this stage, you really should have learned the basics. But he and so many others just are completely clueless, and it is ruining the game. Because since we have nothing to spot in the middle or even trying to cap, the enemy team get points for free, and as we will see in this replay, they will just start rushing into the middle, and unfortunately I will get stuck in my position because with ships covering the gap between the islands, I can't pause it. So I do what I can from my position. Studio is rushing up, getting kills and damage. But it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because our destroyer that is supposed to help us spot, that is supposed to help us cap, is sitting behind an island at tier 8. But like I said, this is by no means the worst player out there. There are players with twice as many games as I have, and they are still no better than this. And it just baffles me that they continue to play and don't just give up on the game. I mean, yes, you can argue that they are just playing for fun, that they don't care about stats and winning. They just want to play ships and launch some torps and shoot some guns. But I have to wonder, how fun do you honestly think this guy is having? Spending the majority of the game just sitting and looking at an island. Is that fun? I just don't understand it, to be honest. And it's so sad that this is the way the player base is heading. More and more players failed to understand the most basic principles. And it just makes the experience that much more horrible for the rest of us. Now the rest of us, we are actually killing more ships than we are losing up until the very last seconds of this game. But even so, it's not enough, because they keep getting points and this guy just keeps missing his torps. And that is how the game ends. He misses, we lose his 2 ships, and the game is over. Because we couldn't block the cap. It is just baffling to me. Either way, I hope you did not enjoy watching this questionable gameplay. And I will see you next time with a proper game. This was just me trying to get out some of my frustration of what we're seeing more and more nowadays, sadly.